Oh, thank you. Welcome to the Big Sean Sports Podcast. I'm gonna not be too long today. I was supposed to come on at 6, but I got caught up doing other things. But I just want to get right into it. Um, as you know, I'm a big New York Yankees fan. I may not be the biggest New York Yankees fan in the world, but I am a New York Yankees fan. When I hear people talk about the New York Yankees, they're the best damn team in baseball. Me and a good friend was talking about that earlier this morning. Um, I wasn't talking about the other stuff. I was speaking about the best record basically in baseball. And the New York Yankees has the best record in baseball. The New York Yankees is the best team in baseball. You can argue with me all day, all night long if you want to. I don't care. I know who the best team in baseball, and it's New York Yankees. But it's a lot of people that don't like the New York Yankees for nothing. I'm not worried about a 1905. I'm not worried about, this. Look, the record shows for itself. When I hear people say, the numbers don't count in baseball, the record don't count in baseball, what do you think they playing for? It's just like the NBA, just like NFL. They want to play at home. A lot of teams prefer to play the first two games at home. Why play the first two games on the road? Because you want that home field advantage. You want that home court advantage. When I hear people say, "Oh man, the numbers don't matter," yes, they do. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So you're telling me, like I said this morning, you're telling me if the New York Yankees were the number one, they wouldn't want to get to number one. You better believe it. The New York Yankees would want that number one seed throughout the playoffs in baseball. Yes, numbers count in baseball. I love it. Not because I'm a New York Yankees fan. It's just because who can beat them right now? Houston, it doesn't matter if Houston won a World Series against New York. That's the past. We're not talking about that. People are so quick to bring up what the Astros did or what this team did. I'm talking about right now. Right now, the New York Yankees is the hottest team in baseball. Until someone knocks them off their throne, until then, the New York Yankees is the best team in baseball. Don't lie to yourself. Don't cheat yourself because some people sound really stupid. They will argue you down and say they're not the best team in baseball. Well, why not? What is their record? What is the Dodgers record? What is the Houston Astros record? Tell me their record and tell me what the New York Yankees record is. I said this before the season even started. Watch out for my New York Yankees. You know what? I got laughed at. Well, not in a bad way. But I was told, you don't know what you're talking about. The Yankees ain't going nowhere. They're trash. Now they're eating their words now. Same for the New York Mets. I said the same thing. I said, watch out for the New York Mets. I hate the Mets. I really do. I can't stand them. But I said, watch out for them. They got a better chance to do something than what you really think. And I also want to get on this topic as well. With the Oakland Athletics. Get that team a new stadium or move them out of Oakland. A good friend of mine had a little topic, Miami, in an empty stadium. Well, we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about it now. You got to understand how Miami is. Miami is very hot. It's very humid in Miami. You think those fans are going to sit there for a 5-hour game and sweat to death? It is hot in Miami. I knew what he was saying. I knew what he was talking about because it is an empty stadium. damn near every game I see in Miami, well, hardly nobody's there. But hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. But I watch Miami time from time, but I just can't stop talking about my New York Yankees. So if you've never been to a Yankees game or just toured Yankee Stadium, you should do it. It's a beautiful, beautiful stadium. Beautiful stadium. But you don't want to go to Boston. Boston, you don't want to go to Fenway Park. But if I would have some positive to say, I would say, you know what, Boston has a beautiful field as well. But I'm not going to say I'm a Red Sox fan because I'm not. I'm going to give respect what they do because last night I had a discussion last night about MLB stadiums. Which major league stadium is the best? What major league stadium when you see on TV, you be like, man, I want to go there one day. I want to see this stadium up and close. And I couldn't say the Yankees. I had to pick another stadium. So I went back and I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. I said, you know what? One of the most beautifulest stadiums to me in baseball that I want to go visit is in San Francisco, where the Giants play. That is, to me, a nice stadium. If I ever have the time in the day, I need to go check that stadium out. And also the stadium out here in Arizona. It's a few miles away from where I'm located, but I've been in now. I've been inside. It's a nice stadium, but it's something about the Giants Stadium in San Francisco that I'm in love with. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know. I just know I'm in love with it. But look, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, everybody. A quick little break. So let's move away from baseball before I do. The All-Star game is coming up. I'm excited. I'm going to watch it, but I haven't watched it. I must say I haven't watched the MLB All-Star game in a while, but I will be watching it Monday, Tuesday on the red carpet in LA. But so let's now turn it around and talk about college basketball. Now, every year, I had North Carolina last year before the season started. I said, hey, watch out for North Carolina. North Carolina was my team to beat. I said North Carolina is going all the way. Okay. I had North Carolina, I had Duke as well. But, you know, things happen in college basketball. I love college basketball. I prefer college basketball. I know some people may look at it differently, but I prefer college basketball over most sports because a lot of them guys and the young ladies, they play their hearts out. But I'm going to tell you the team to watch for this year. Matter of fact, I have 4 teams. I have 4, and I'm going to start at the bottom. Now, it's going to hurt me to say this. If you know me, I don't like this school at all. LSU will be the 4th team to watch out for. I really believe in the basketball team now. It took me a while to figure that out, but I can see good things coming out of LSU this year. And number 3, this is my favorite college basketball team of all time. I love this team But I just think it's time for a change. Maybe if you get a change out there, maybe something will work. Syracuse Orangemen. I, I I've been going with this team for a very long time. It just seems as if Syracuse cannot get out of their own way. Is it the coaching? Is it the players? Is Syracuse a top-notch school? Well, of course. Why wouldn't it be? I'm tired of arguing with people and telling people when you think of college basketball, when you think of everything around college basketball, what school do you think of? A few schools came into my mind. Of course, it's going to be North Carolina, Duke, Kansas, Michigan State, Syracuse, Florida, because Florida is a powerhouse school as well in college basketball. I remember when Georgetown was great. I remember when Indiana was good. But when you think about college basketball, I pray and I hope Syracuse is on that list because if not, we're gonna have a talk. Syracuse may not be the first team on the list. They may not be number one, but Syracuse falls right there in the top 20. But again, you think about North Carolina, Duke, Michigan State, the Blue Bloods, UCLA, you throw them out there as well because when these young men, these ladies, they grow up, they're into sports, the first schools that come to their mind, North Carolina, Duke, and Kansas, UCLA, the big time college basketball schools. That's where most kids want to play. But let's just keep on going. I love the way I have the flow. So the loudest college venues, if you've never been to a college game, I would have to say Rump Arena in Kansas. No, not in Kansas. In Kentucky. You have to be there to experience that. You have to go to a Kentucky game out in Lexington and experience that. If anyone has never been to Lexington, Kentucky, to a Wildcats game, I suggest you go. Let that be on your bucket list if you have one, because that place be rocking. And another place, I've never been there, but I've heard great things about it. When the Indiana Hoosiers, I don't think the young folks know about when Indiana was good, when the Hoosiers were good, and I'm going to say it again, when the Hoosiers was good, that stadium was loud and intimidating. I heard from some people that went to those games. I heard from people that stay up there. When Indiana was good, that place was a very intimidating place to play for an opposing team. Even Kansas. Now I had opportunity to go to Kansas. It's a very loud place as well. Duke and the Duke Crazies. It's hella loud out there in Duke Indoor Stadium. If you've never been to that, you need to go. Get out of the house, go travel, go to a Duke Blue Devils game when they play North Carolina. It is very loud. You don't need to pump any kind of noise into that stadium, especially when North Carolina comes to town or when Duke go to North Carolina. Now, North Carolina, same way. It can get really, really loud. Arkansas, Auburn, Tennessee. I'm telling you, places that can get really, really loud when it's time to get loud. Those places is very, very intimidating. But tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, but probably Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to have some of the college basketball games coming up in October, in November, the classic games like the State Farm Classic and stuff like that. But back to what I was saying, these college basketball arenas, hey, some of these places is really, really loud and crazy. LSU can get up there when they need to, but it's not like a Kansas, Duke, and other schools that's really hyped. When it comes to college basketball. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but sometimes it's good to just talk about topics and get off of it and go on to the next. And that's what I do. I try to get into what I need to say, and then I'm on to the next topic. So let's jump into some NBA. I don't think Kevin Durant is going to Phoenix. I just don't see that happening right now, because who would you give away if you're Arizona? You're going to have to give away your whole roster for a 32, 33-year-old player, which you don't know how much long he has left. I hope y'all realize and understand, a lot of these guys is heading into the twilight zone. Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony. These guys game. If you just sit back and you watch, these guys, they're going like this. Besides LeBron James, I'm gonna talk about him here shortly in a few minutes. But you sit back from when these guys came into the league. These guys were damn good. Okay, real damn good players. But as time went on, things and everything just started happening. The injuries. I want to go join a super team, and it's just crazy how everything happened. But I'm gonna cut this short. I'm gonna go on one more break. I will be right back. Thank you for listening. Okay, I'm back. I had to take care of a little something. But back to what I was saying. A lot of these superstars that we see now, their game is leaving them. We don't know how much time that these guys have left in the tank. I know James Harden for a fact. James Harden, he's going down quick. Come on, Anthony, he's same way. You if you can't tell, you need to look. It's becoming the end of an era. But when those guys do retire and hang it up, we have future superstars. We have some already. We got Morant, we got Luka, we got guys like that. But they're going to leave the NBA in great hands. But now we don't know where Kevin Durant will land. I don't even think he knows where he will land. He needs to go to a team and stay there. Is he a Hall of Famer? I think I've talked about this before. I'm not too sure. If you think he's not a Hall of Famer, then don't talk sports anymore. Don't mention anything about sports if you don't think Kevin Durant is not a Hall of Famer. Because he is. He's going into the Hall of Fame. You like it or not. But when I asked this question, I said, can you give me 10 things that's wrong with Kevin Durant? Is he skilled? Of course. Is he lethal? He can be. Let's not act like he was a slouch in Golden State. Let's not act like he was a slouch in Oklahoma City or in Seattle. Let's not act like Kevin Durant is not that guy. Yeah, he's doing the same like everyone else, but let's not forget who Kevin Durant is. Okay. Now, the best place to go for Kevin Durant, if he wants to win another ring, he wants to win now. He doesn't want to win later on. He wants to win now. But I don't think they're going to pull that trigger. I would say go to Golden State, but I don't see Golden State pulling that trigger. I thought about Miami. But we have to see what Donovan Mitchell in Utah, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Does Kevin Durant want to go to New York? We know he don't want to go to New Orleans. We know that already. Does he want to go to Portland? We don't know. But wherever Kevin Durant goes, he's going to give a team a boost. He's going to give a team an inside chance of at least making the conference finals or something. Because he can make your team better. He's not a slouch, and I hate when people act like that and say dumb things. He's not a slouch. He's a superstar player. He's a future Hall of Famer. So where will he land? Where will he go? It remains to be seen. I would love to see him get on the team so we can get off of this topic and go to something else. But it's hot. It's a hot topic. It is. It really is. Like Kyrie Irving, where's he going to go? That's an easy question. He's going to go to LA. He's going to go to LA. If you ask me, it's looking like that every day that he may end up being a LA Laker. Could Durant? Could he go? I'm just going to throw it out there. Could he go to Atlanta? Could he go to Miami? Could he go to Dallas? I can throw this out there. Could he go to the Lakers? But I will ask this question. This is a question that's been on my mind, and I have to ask it. Now, Carmelo Anthony. Maybe I asked this a few years ago, maybe months ago. I'm not too sure. But let's revisit this. Carmelo Anthony. Is he a Hall of Famer? We all know he's a Hall of Famer. He's going in. He's going in. He's going in, absolutely. He's going in. Chris Paul's going in. These guys are heading there. James Harden, Durant, Kyrie Irving, like it or not, he's going to the Hall of Fame. But now I want to talk about, while I have the time, one of the players that's most hated, the most hated athlete in all major sports. You know who that is? The most hated athlete in all sports. Every last major sport, I'm going to tell you the most hated athlete. After I take this sip, I'm going to let you know. Now, the most hated athlete in all sports is LeBron James. Why do people hate LeBron James? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of LeBron, but I'm going to tell you I respect him on what he does off the court. I may not agree with everything he do on the court because he can flop. He is an habitual flopper. Okay? He put the F for flop. I love the game of basketball. I love what he does as well on the court. It's just the flopping is a major issue for me. That takes away from how the NBA was back in the day. It's horrible now for me to even say that because I feel so old. The NBA then, was it flopping here and there? It was a little bit. Arguing with the referees, yeah, that's part of the game. But now they're taking arguing with the referees to a whole nother level, a whole nother game. A tap on the wrist. I remember a player got hit on the wrist like this, crying to the referee. But LeBron James, he is hated. He gets scrutinized every day. It's not even in the NBA season. LeBron James is getting ridiculed for what? For what? But he can play the game of basketball. Do I wish LeBron was a little bit more aggressive? No. He's not that LeBron James to me that he was in Cleveland and Miami. I think some things took a few steps back here and there with, LeBron James. Health issues, things come up, can't play like he used to play. But that's where we're getting. We don't know how long LeBron James has left. Enjoy LeBron James because I doubt it. I highly doubt it before the end of this podcast that we will. I'll go on a limb. I don't think we'll see another LeBron James for a long time. I just don't see it. I don't think we'll see another LeBron James again. I mean, that's just how that is. Now, before I get ready to leave, I know it's short, but just have to get myself back into doing the hour again. But it's not going to be right now. It's not going to be today. But getting back to LeBron. LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time in our history. I'm not going to compare him to Michael because that topic is useless, it's stupid, and it's dumb. You gotta stop comparing this man to Michael Jordan. Different eras, different players. You just can't do that. But back to LeBron, one of the greatest players that I've seen since I've been alive. To LeBron James. Let's enjoy his greatness while we can. I had a lot more to talk about today. A late start, but again, I'm going to work my way back into my hour mode. But again, I want to thank everyone for listening and for the ones that don't listen. So I will see y'all back here Wednesday. Y'all have a great night, and thank you for listening.